Okay, so today I'd like to share with you a trip I took to Ireland and the United Kingdom in the summer of 1990. It was about 2 weeks long, and I went on a driving tour with my dad. Both countries were absolutely stunning and both were memorable, but my favorite part of the trip was probably the trip through the southern part of England. So I want to show you some of the pictures and some of my experiences in that time. Okay, so we traveled through Ireland and then we ended up in Cork, which is obviously in southern Ireland. And as you can see, it's a beautiful harbor town. From there, we caught a ferry and we went across the Bristol Channel to Swansea, Wales. Okay, it was kind of an adventure. We took a ferry across. It took 16 hours. Most people did not notice how rough the water was because they were so enthralled with the World Cup. However, my dad and I were not football enthusiasts, so we tried to wait out the trip, and we ended up getting sort of seasick because, like I said, it was really rough. Okay, so from there we rented another car and we got on the motorway and we drove about 4 hours to the city of Bath. Bath is known for its hot springs, in which the Romans built a bath complex. As you know, Romans are well known for their baths. Later, English, notably the Georgians, the time of King George, would go back through it. The Georgians and the Victorians, I think, would go back and they would use it for their own recreational use. And so it was Roman ruins and Georgian/Victorian city. Quite interesting contrasts. So, from there, we got back in our car, got back on the motorway, and then we continued on the southern route, and we ended up in a town called Amesbury. Amesbury is well known for a specific structure, namely Stonehenge. It's been around for centuries. It's not a Druid creation. Most scholars think it was used for a calendar or a meeting place, but it's not sure. Anyway, I was really kind of surprised at how small the structure was, but being one of my bucket list places, I really am glad I got to see it. Okay, so back on the road, we end up in a town called Dover. Dover is famous for their white cliffs. It's also a port where they go to, where daily boat rides to France take off every day. I believe it's also a port that William the Conqueror landed at, and there's also a Norman castle that he built after he conquered England. So that was really exciting to see. So from there, we went up to Canterbury. Canterbury, of course, is well known for its cathedral. A stunning structure. It is actually 3 churches built into one. They just continued the construction, 3 on top of each other until they had one enormous church. It is the site of the pilgrimage for Chaucer's Tales, and it is the site where Thomas à Becket was martyred. So that was an exciting city to see. They also had fantastic fish and chips. So from there, we went to London. London is a fabulous city. It's got the Tower Bridge, the Tower Bridge, the London Tower. It's got the Victorian Albert Museum. But the thing that I remember the most is this giraffe right here at the world famous London Zoo. That giraffe taught me that they have an extremely long, purple, and skillful tongue. It was quite my something I will always remember about my trip. So we stayed in London for a couple days, and then after sightseeing, going to shops and eating and whatnot, we came home. So we left from Heathrow, and then we flew all the way back across the world, across the pond, to Los Angeles. Yes, Los Angeles, LAX. So this concludes my tour of England. I thank you, and have a good day. Bye-bye.